Have you ever reheated last night's leftovers, thinking you're being smart and saving time, only to wonder if it could be harming your health? You might be surprised to learn that certain foods, when warmed up again, can quietly increase your risk of serious conditions like pancreatic cancer. This video uncovers the hidden dangers lurking in your kitchen habits, revealing 4 specific foods that doctors and health experts warn should never be reheated. From fried foods to your favorite rice dishes, these everyday choices could be silently impacting your pancreas, an organ crucial for digestion and blood sugar regulation. Stick around until the end because the final food on our list is something almost everyone reheats, and it's the most dangerous of them all. Knowledge that could change the way you eat and protect your long-term health. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Number 1. Reheated vegetable oils and fried foods. Fried foods hold a cherished place in many diets, from golden French fries and crispy battered fish to indulgent onion rings or tempura vegetables. These comfort foods, deeply rooted in culinary traditions worldwide, are staples in American households, fast food chains, and cozy diners alike. Their satisfying crunch and rich flavors make them hard to resist. However, a hidden danger lurks in the common practice of reheating these dishes, whether at home in a microwave or by restaurants reusing frying oil. This seemingly harmless habit can quietly elevate your risk of serious health conditions, including pancreatic cancer, one of the most aggressive and difficult to treat cancers. The root of the problem lies in the oils commonly used for frying. Most restaurants, and even many home cooks, rely on vegetable oils such as canola, soybean, corn, or sunflower oil due to their affordability and availability. Marketed as heart-healthy or plant-based, these oils may seem like safe choices at first glance. However, their chemical structure makes them highly unstable when exposed to the high temperatures required for frying. When foods cooked in these oils are reheated, whether in a microwave, oven, or skillet, the oils undergo a process called oxidation. This process causes the oils to break down, releasing harmful compounds known as aldehydes. Aldehydes are toxic, highly reactive molecules that can wreak havoc in the body. When consumed regularly, they contribute to oxidative stress, a state where the body's antioxidant defenses are overwhelmed, leading to cellular damage. This oxidative stress triggers chronic inflammation, which is particularly harmful to the pancreas, an organ critical for digestion and blood sugar regulation. The pancreas produces digestive enzymes to break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, as well as insulin to manage blood glucose levels. Repeated exposure to aldehydes can impair these functions, causing inflammation that, over time, may create an environment conducive to the development of pancreatic cancer. Studies, such as those published in journals like Carcinogenesis, have linked aldehyde exposure to DNA damage and increased cancer risk in animal models, with implications for human health. Consider the story of Teresa, a 68-year-old retired teacher with a lifelong love for fried foods. Every week, she would prepare large batches of fried chicken or onion rings for dinner, saving leftovers to reheat for lunch the next day. Over time, she began experiencing persistent bloating, stomach cramps, and fatigue. Blood tests revealed elevated blood sugar levels, placing her in the pre-diabetic range. Alarmed, she consulted her doctor, who identified her frequent consumption of reheated fried foods as a likely contributor to her symptoms. The doctor explained that the aldehydes formed during reheating were placing undue stress on her pancreas, exacerbating inflammation and disrupting her metabolism. Following her doctor's advice, Teresa switched to freshly prepared meals, using whole ingredients like roasted vegetables and lean proteins. Within a few weeks, her digestive discomfort eased, her energy levels improved, and she remarked, "I had no idea those leftovers were weighing me down so much. I feel like I've reclaimed my health." So, how can you enjoy crispy, delicious foods without putting your pancreas at risk? The key is to make smarter choices about preparation and avoid reheating fried foods altogether. Instead of deep frying, try baking foods in the oven with oils that are more stable at high temperatures, such as extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. These oils have higher smoke points and contain beneficial monounsaturated fats that are less prone to oxidation. For example, You can coat sweet potato fries with a drizzle of olive oil and bake them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for a crispy, healthier alternative to deep-fried versions. If you do indulge in fried foods, enjoy them fresh and hot, straight from the fryer, to minimize the formation of harmful compounds. Restaurants that prioritize fresh oil and proper frying techniques can also reduce your exposure to aldehydes, so consider choosing establishments with high food safety standards. These small changes may seem minor, but they can significantly reduce the cumulative damage to your pancreas caused by repeated exposure to toxic compounds. Number 2. Reheated processed meats. Processed meats are a cornerstone of many diets, prized for their convenience, bold flavors, and versatility. Bacon sizzling in the morning, deli ham layered in a sandwich, sausages grilled for a barbecue, or hot dogs at a summer cookout, these foods are deeply ingrained in culinary culture. Even dishes like meatloaf, when made with cured meats, fall into this category. However, these foods come with a hidden cost, especially when reheated. Processed meats, including bacon, sausages, deli slices, hot dogs, and ham, are already laden with high levels of sodium, artificial preservatives, and chemical additives like nitrates and nitrites, which are used to enhance flavor, extend shelf life, and give meats their signature pink hue. Reheating these foods, whether in a microwave, skillet, or oven, transforms these compounds into something far more dangerous: nitrosamines. Nitrosamines are potent chemical compounds formed when nitrites in processed meats are exposed to high heat, such as during reheating. Unlike the original nitrates and nitrites, which are already classified as probable carcinogens by the World Health Organization, nitrosamines are directly linked to cancer in multiple organs, including the pancreas, liver, and stomach. Research, including studies from the International Journal of Cancer, has shown that nitrosamines can damage DNA and promote tumor growth, particularly in the pancreas, which is highly sensitive to chemical stressors and disruptions in fat metabolism. Once formed, nitrosamines persist in the food even after it cools, entering the digestive system and irritating delicate tissues. Over time, this chronic irritation can lead to inflammation, a key driver of pancreatic cancer. The danger is compounded by how frequently processed meats are consumed as leftovers. Picture a typical scenario. You cook extra bacon or sausage for breakfast, store the leftovers in the fridge, and reheat them the next morning for a quick meal. Or perhaps you save slices of holiday ham to use in sandwiches or omelets over the next few days. These habits, while convenient and seemingly frugal, expose your body to repeated doses of nitrosamines, silently increasing your cancer risk. The pancreas, already tasked with processing the high fat and sodium content of these foods, becomes particularly vulnerable to this cumulative damage. Take the case of Paul, a 72-year-old grandfather who prided himself on his hearty breakfasts. For years, he reheated bacon and sausage in the microwave daily, believing it was an efficient way to enjoy his favorite foods without waste. Over time, he began experiencing vague digestive discomfort, bloating, occasional nausea, and a sense of heaviness after meals. When routine blood work revealed elevated markers of inflammation, his doctor ordered further tests, which uncovered early signs of pancreatic inflammation. The diagnosis shocked Paul, who had never considered his diet a risk factor. His doctor explained that the nitrosamines formed during reheating were likely contributing to his symptoms, placing stress on his pancreas. Determined to improve his health, Paul switched to fresh, whole food breakfasts, incorporating eggs, fresh vegetables, and occasional lean meats like grilled chicken. Over the following months, his symptoms subsided, his blood work improved, and he noted, "I feel lighter and more energized. I wish I'd known sooner how those leftovers were affecting me." To protect your pancreas, consider minimizing your reliance on processed meats, especially reheated ones. Opt for fresh alternatives like eggs, beans, lentils, or freshly cooked lean meats such as chicken or turkey breast, which are free of preservatives and lower in sodium. If you do enjoy processed meats occasionally, consume them fresh, ideally prepared at lower temperatures to reduce the formation of harmful compounds. For example, instead of frying bacon, try baking it in the oven at a moderate temperature to preserve its flavor without excessive heat exposure. When dining out, ask about the ingredients in dishes like meatloaf or casseroles, as cured meats are often hidden in these recipes. It's worth noting that processed meats are already classified as Group 1 carcinogens by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, placing them in the same category as tobacco and asbestos due to their link to colorectal and other cancers. Reheating these foods adds a layer of risk that many people are unaware of. While your pancreas may not signal distress immediately, the cumulative effects of these dietary choices can build over the years, increasing your vulnerability to serious health issues. By making small, intentional changes, such as choosing fresh, minimally processed foods and avoiding reheated leftovers, you can take a powerful step towards safeguarding one of your body's most vital organs. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 3. Reheated rice dishes. Rice is a staple food in countless households worldwide, cherished for its versatility, affordability, and ability to complement a wide range of dishes. Its simplicity makes it an ideal choice for many, particularly older adults cooking for 1 or 2, who often prepare a large pot of rice to stretch across multiple meals. This practice is not only budget-friendly but also practical, reducing the need for frequent cooking. However, despite its seemingly innocuous nature, reheated rice can pose significant hidden health risks, particularly to the pancreas, if not handled with care. The danger lies in a spore-forming bacterium called Bacillus cereus, which is commonly found in rice. While the initial cooking process kills most bacteria, Bacillus cereus spores are heat-resistant and can survive boiling temperatures. If cooked rice is left at room temperature for too long, typically more than an hour or 2, these spores can germinate and multiply, producing harmful toxins. These toxins are particularly insidious because they are heat-stable, meaning that reheating the rice, whether in a microwave, stovetop, or oven, may kill the bacteria but does not neutralize the toxins they've already produced. Consuming these toxins can lead to food poisoning, with symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal cramps appearing within hours. While these symptoms are unpleasant, the risks extend beyond immediate discomfort. Repeated exposure to Bacillus cereus toxins can place a significant burden on the digestive system, particularly the pancreas, which plays a critical role in digestion and blood sugar regulation. The pancreas produces digestive enzymes to break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, as well as insulin to manage blood glucose levels. When it's forced to process bacterial toxins repeatedly, it can become overworked, leading to chronic inflammation, a condition known as pancreatitis in severe cases. Chronic inflammation of the pancreas is a well-established risk factor for pancreatic cancer, one of the deadliest forms of cancer due to its late detection and aggressive nature. Over time, the cumulative stress from toxin exposure, combined with the pancreas's limited regenerative capacity, can cause irreversible damage. Additionally, reheated rice dishes are often paired with other leftovers, such as meats, vegetables, or sauces, which may introduce additional harmful compounds. For instance, reheated sauces containing fats or sugars can degrade into toxic byproducts when subjected to repeated heating, further taxing the digestive system. Consider the story of Harold, a 74-year-old widower who loved preparing large batches of fried rice with eggs, soy sauce, and vegetables. To save time and effort, he would store the rice in the refrigerator and reheat small portions daily. Over time, Harold began experiencing persistent digestive discomfort, including bloating and abdominal pain. Initially, his doctor struggled to pinpoint the cause until Harold mentioned his habit of reheating rice that had been stored for several days. By switching to cooking smaller, fresher portions of rice and consuming them immediately, Harold noticed a significant improvement in his symptoms. His story underscores the importance of mindful food storage and preparation practices. To minimize the risks associated with reheated rice, follow these guidelines. Cool rice quickly. After cooking, spread rice out on a shallow tray to cool it rapidly, reducing the time it spends in the danger zone, 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, or 4 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, where bacteria thrive. Refrigerate promptly. Store cooled rice in an airtight container in the refrigerator within 2 hours of cooking. Limit storage time. Consume refrigerated rice within 1 to 2 days to minimize bacterial growth. Reheat only once. Reheat only the portion you plan to eat, using a stovetop, oven, or microwave, ensuring the rice reaches an internal temperature of at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius. Cook smaller portions. Whenever possible, prepare only what you need for a single meal to avoid leftovers altogether. By adopting these practices, you can continue to enjoy rice as part of a healthy diet while safeguarding your pancreas and overall digestive health. The pancreas is a delicate organ that doesn't send loud warning signals when it's under stress. Small, Consistent changes in your kitchen habits can make a profound difference in protecting it from long-term harm, potentially reducing the risk of serious conditions like pancreatic cancer. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 4. Reheated chicken. Chicken is a cornerstone of many diets, valued for its affordability, high protein content, and ease of preparation. Whether roasted, grilled, or baked, it's a go-to protein for countless households, particularly in the United States, where it's often prepared in bulk to last through the week. However, reheating chicken, especially multiple times or improperly, can transform this dietary staple into a significant health risk, particularly for the pancreas. The primary issue with reheating chicken lies in its protein-rich composition. When chicken is cooked, its proteins are denatured, meaning they change structure to become digestible. However, when reheated, especially at high temperatures or unevenly, as often happens in a microwave, these proteins can undergo further structural changes, becoming more complex and resistant to digestion. This altered protein structure places an additional burden on the pancreas, which must produce higher levels of proteolytic enzymes to break down these proteins. Over time, this increased workload can lead to pancreatic stress and inflammation, a condition known as pancreatitis, which is a major risk factor for pancreatic cancer. Beyond proteins, reheating chicken often involves additional ingredients, such as sauces, gravies, or oils, which can compound the problem. When fats in these additions are reheated, particularly at high temperatures, they can break down into harmful compounds like aldehydes, which are toxic to the body. Aldehydes have been linked to oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which are associated with an increased risk of cancer, including pancreatic cancer. The combination of degraded proteins and harmful fat byproducts creates a double hit to the digestive system, taxing the pancreas and other organs. Consider the case of Margaret, a 78-year-old woman who lived alone and relied on a weekly routine of cooking a large chicken breast on Sundays. She would slice off portions daily, reheating them in the microwave with a splash of store-bought gravy to keep the meat moist. Over time, Margaret began experiencing bloating, indigestion, and a persistent, dull pain in her abdomen after meals. Concerned, she visited her doctor, who initially suspected a range of issues, from acid reflux to gallstones. It wasn't until Margaret described her meal preparation habits that her doctor suggested the reheated chicken might be contributing to her symptoms. By switching to cooking smaller, fresh portions of chicken and avoiding reheated gravies, Margaret's digestive issues gradually resolved, highlighting the impact of seemingly minor dietary habits. The pancreas is a remarkably sensitive organ with limited regenerative capacity. Unlike the liver, which can repair itself to some extent, the pancreas struggles to recover from repeated stress. Chronic inflammation caused by frequent consumption of improperly reheated chicken can silently accumulate, increasing the risk of serious conditions like pancreatic cancer, which often goes undetected until its advanced stages. Additionally, the pancreas's role in regulating blood sugar means that any damage can have far-reaching effects on overall health, including an increased risk of diabetes, which is itself a risk factor for pancreatic cancer. To reduce the risks associated with reheating chicken, consider the following precautions. Cook fresh whenever possible. Prepare smaller portions of chicken to consume immediately, minimizing the need for leftovers. Store properly. If you must store cooked chicken, refrigerate it within 2 hours of cooking in an airtight container and consume it within 2 to 3 days. Reheat gently and thoroughly. Use a stovetop or oven to reheat chicken to an internal temperature of at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius, ensuring even heating. Avoid microwaves, which can heat unevenly and exacerbate protein degradation. Avoid reheating sauces or gravies. If you must use sauces, add fresh ones after reheating the chicken to avoid breaking down fats into harmful compounds. Limit reheating to once. Reheat only the portion you plan to eat, as multiple rounds of reheating increase the formation of harmful compounds. These adjustments may require a bit more planning, but they can significantly reduce the strain on your pancreas and lower your long-term health risks. By treating chicken with the same care as other perishable foods and being mindful of how you store and reheat it, you can continue to enjoy this versatile protein while protecting your digestive health. The pancreas may not signal distress loudly, but by making informed choices, you can help ensure it remains healthy for years to come. Well, there you have it, the surprising truth about reheating certain foods and how they could be affecting your pancreas and long-term health. From vegetable oils and processed meats to rice and chicken, these everyday habits might seem harmless, but they can add up over time. We hope this video has opened your eyes to the importance of being mindful about what you reheat and how it impacts your body. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you learned today that you plan to put into practice in your life? Drop it in the comments below. Your thoughts inspire us and others. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us keep creating content to inform and empower you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.